You and Ken are actually soulmates in a way because both of you were trying to tell stories about what's good in Wilmington.
Yeah.
And the truth is, not enough people do it.
Right.
So if you can make a living doing it, God bless you.
What's going on, everybody? It is your main man, Big Ivan, talking to town, Mr. DETVCH.com. And I want to give a special shout out to the Mill for hosting me and my show, and most of all, my special guest. Now, this guest right here, I'm going to introduce to some, but I'm just going to, the other people just know who he is. He's like the godfather of TEDx here in Wilmington. Can I say that?
Why not?
Oh, there we go. Ajit George, what's up, brother?
Oh, it's wonderful to see you. I love your shirt, by the way. It says producer. One day I want to get a shirt like that.
Don't worry about it. I got you. I know a guy. I got a guy. The guy is actually me. If you'd like to purchase the shirt, click the link right here and it'll take you to purchase the shirt. Have anything that you want. His is going to be Godfather TEDx. So speaking of TEDx, what is TEDx Salon that you got going on?
Well, the one that's coming up next.
Well, first off, like this, tell the people who you are, Ajit, because people, they don't, my people probably don't know.
That's right, because I don't have the following he has. I am the organizer of TEDx Wilmington, and TEDx Wilmington is licensed by TED to create TED-like events in Delaware, specifically in Wilmington. This year, we will do 12 events in Wilmington, and 9 of which are salons. And the difference between a salon and the other events is we can focus on a narrow theme so that we can really put all our energy into one subject material.
Okay.
So our next salon is on transportation, which is on October 7th.
Well, tell me about that. Tell me about that, because I went to the one salon that you had, and it was Adulting 101.
Well, we all need Adulting 101, and we thought it was a fun subject to have with speakers who could take a very serious subject and make it informational. It was primarily geared for millennials, and I suspect I'm 63, and I learned a lot from that subject. So it's never too late to learn to be an adult.
I can totally agree with you on that. I went in there, and like you said, it was geared for millennials, right? So I got in there, and I swear it was the video, and then along with the other speakers, that made me just change my blueprint to DETV. Like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this all wrong. Like, so I thank you for bringing that to Wilmington.
Well, the whole thing about masterminds, groups, most people don't realize the power of mastermind groups.
Yes, yeah.
And you, of all people, should have a mastermind group to help you, because it's groups that meet weekly to help you grow to get to the next.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that, because leaving there, I decided I decided to have a DETV mastermind group that we meet once a month, it might be yoga, it might be to show people how to get through something, not major, but just a small thing that we can give back.
You could actually charge for your mastermind group.
I know,
because people would want to be part of your mastermind group. So you could sell memberships in your mastermind group.
We're gonna take this conversation offline, but you know what?
You have to have fun.
You're absolutely right. But like the Joker said in Batman, if you're good at what you do, don't ever give it away for free.
That's correct.
So this TEDx coming in October, the 17th?
17th.
Transportation. Tell me about this.
So we're doing it at the Queen, most importantly. It's from 1 to 5.
Okay.
We have 13 speakers.
Okay.
We have the Secretary of Transportation from Delaware, and the rest are all people coming from around the world, including somebody who's flying from Israel to come to Wilmington.
Wow.
We have somebody who's going to talk about 3D cars, how to make a car use 3D printing, to the acting chairman of the Federal Trade Commission is coming from Washington, because the nature of commerce as we now know it is going to be severely changed and influenced by how transportation is.
Exactly.
So the transformation of transportation is really what we are all about in this TEDx Salon.
That's going to be awesome. We're having it at the Queen, and shout out to the Queen. They're doing amazing things for the community down there. Where can people buy tickets at?
Tickets are available at www.tedxwilmington.com, and you'll find us on there. And it's easy. It's fun event. even if you didn't really like about transportation, you should come because the speakers are interesting and they'll get your mind to think.
Yeah, and that's the best thing that I think you bringing, TEDx Salon and TEDx here to Wilmington has definitely changed Wilmington for the whole.
Thank you for saying
It's people like me, and that's one of the reasons that I built DETV. People like me that come from the other side of the fence. We didn't have anything like that up until now. So, and I remember growing up, shoot, a couple of years ago, I would just get on YouTube and Google TEDx and get my talking. But now it's in my backyard.
And the idea is to bring the world to Wilmington,
Yeah.
but also take ideas that are in Wilmington and bring it out. And as you know, there are some really bright people here.
Yeah.
But because they get lost, because they have and what we want to do is put them in the World Forum. And
Yeah.
TEDx enables their ideas worth spreading.
Yeah, that is just, again, it's simply amazing. And I got to give a shout out to my man King Grant. I got to we can't forget Grant.
He has been instrumental behind the thinking behind.
Look at him, he's like that working.
Yeah, TEDx Salon. But if without him, we wouldn't have thought about it. It was he who inspired me. A year ago, I had to come and say, what about a TEDx Salon on transportation? And neither he or I really fully understood how significant it would be that we would get the kind of speakers. But I also think the audience that's coming is from multiple states that are coming.
Yeah.
So I think they're coming because they want to be challenged.
Wow, I can't wait. I'll definitely be there. So real quick, Ajit, who the heck is Ajit? Like when I met you with a glass of, you had a glass of wine in your hand and an awesome scarf.
Who is I'm a cat with many lives.
Okay.
And so I made my living originally as a real estate developer in the Caribbean.
Oh.
We got damaged by Hurricane Irma, unfortunately. But I retired from real estate development in 2010. My real strength is marketing, and producing special events. So over the years, I was the founding chairman of Meals on Wheels in Delaware. I created the Meals from the Master Celebrity Brunch. I've done the Mid-Atlantic Wine and Food Festival. I like bringing people together, especially if it's over wine, but it doesn't have to be over wine. But my strength is marketing and strategic planning. I like putting interesting ideas together and bringing people around a table. And I like solving stuff. So my big project that I want you to interview me next time is creating a vertical farm called Second Chances Farm.
Okay.
And we're only going to be hiring people who are coming out of the prison. So my goal from age 63 to 70 for the next 7 years is to create 10 capitalists a year, 70 capitalists by the time I'm 70, but working strictly on people who are returning from prison.
Autumn, make sure you get the next interview logged in because I want to do that. I think that'd be amazing, especially because all the people I know that's about to come home. Yeah, you need to hook up with Ajit all day long.
But when people come home, they need to be given opportunity.
Right.
And what we don't do is we don't give that opportunity. And for those who are listening, the word coming home has a very specific meaning for people who go to prison. And if you are in the majority community, you probably don't know what coming home is.
Yes, that's true.
But if you are in the community of people where you have gone to prison, coming home means leaving prison.
Yeah, leaving prison. Right.
Part of this is educating people that you cannot come out of prison and not be given a chance, and that's why we call it Second Chance.
I love it.
Second Chances Farm.
I love it. When I used to have my detailing business, I called it Car Appearance Center. A lot of the guys that we had was on their second chance, and at that time, and this is like many moons ago, maybe 2006, 2007, around there, we hooked up with the federal prison in the state of Delaware, and they had a co-oping program. They created a co-oping program. So the gentlemen that were doing 10, 15 years are coming home on probation, they had somewhere to work. And it was just so amazing to see people really like, look, I messed up. Yeah, I messed up. And now I'm going to live my life over.
But once you paid your price, you should be given a true second chance.
I agree.
And the person who I'm working with on Second Chance Farm is Sal Solomon. So just so you know.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Sal. We love you, Sal. Shout out to you and what you're doing. Let's talk about marketing for a minute, because, that's one of my biggest things that I really, really enjoy. And a lot of people don't understand. So if you don't understand marketing, we want to break it down to you real quick and real easy why marketing is so important to your business or your brand. You got time for that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so one of the things is what I'm finding out in Delaware is a lot of people don't have a marketing budget. And if they do, it's something like the yellow pages or the money is being allocated to the Donnelly directory or something like that. It's not being allocated where it needs to be. And a lot of it is video and a lot of it is social media. What advice would you give a brand right now when it comes to marketing? It can be anything.
I think the key is to take one idea, one concept, invest the precious resources. If you had not much money, focus on taking ads, getting a good video spot, and focusing on Facebook ads. Because if you have nowhere else, you need to tell your story by video.
Right.
And the video is important because it's the way which you can update and change the story. The challenge of an advertising like Yellow Pages is that it's a year-long commitment. You're making in advance. It's static. What you need is to make sure your message is relevant each day. So to be able to change your marketing message regularly is just as important as having a message.
You said change each day.
When I say change each day, Facebook gives us the opportunity on a daily basis to be relevant. So here's a good example. If you were involved in a product pre-Hurricane Irma and you were in a place where Hurricane Irma affected you, you don't want to continue that as if Hurricane Irma did not affect it. You want to make it relevant to the fact that in spite or despite Hurricane Irma, we are going to make it. In fact, we're going to give you a hurricane special. Right? And I know it sounds crass, but you must reflect the time and the topics of the subject.
I think Gary Vee said, like, he markets for today.
Absolutely.
Market for today. And what I see, a lot of people say, Ivan, you're awesome with the camera, you're this, you're that. Why do you love photography? And I love videography. I'm like, I don't. I love the science that's wrapped into it. That's the thing now, how I can influence human behavior. So with that being said, is marketing important? How can you change somebody's mind or influence human behavior with marketing and the science behind it?
By telling an honest story. Don't overpromise.
Underpromise, overdeliver.
Don't overpromise, underpromise, and make sure you can deliver what you promise. The challenge in selling something, when people say, I have the best hoagie, no one has the best hoagie in the world because somebody else might have a better hoagie tomorrow.
Right.
But to be able to give the value for the money and to be able to sell them and make that experience feel special.
Right.
So I think marketing at the main is a very personal message. Is people who buy whatever it is you're selling need to feel they got a good value and they were not taken advantage of.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
All right, let's play a game real quick. All right. Top 3 marketing mistakes.
Marketing mistake is not being clear where you can buy the product,
Okay.
who you are, and why you should buy it.
Gotcha.
Who, what, and when.
Who, what, and when. I'm gonna go with inconsistency of when you're delivering. Like a lot of people, like I like to put a video out every day and shoot a video every day. That's my goal because out of sight, out of mind. One of the things that I like is top of the mind awareness. I know if you see me enough, or if I say things enough on camera, you're going to remember.
So Ivan, if I could also add the fact humor is a very important thing.
Yeah.
People will remember stuff that's humorous.
Yes.
And so I think a bit of humor, to be able to laugh at yourself, is a powerful marketing message.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Humor, how we look, the colors that we wear.
Absolutely.
People remember.
You talked about my scarf earlier on. My scarves, which I wear in the fall, in the winter, in the spring, have become some people sort of. People say you don't look yourself when I don't wear the scarf. It's part of branding. I mean, the scarf is a part of a branding.
I agree.
So I think color makes a difference and branding makes a difference.
Yeah. Did you see how it happened? Like, I'm here with no script, and the thing that popped in my mind when I'm describing him is something that I seen last year. Now, I had at least 30 impressions of you in different scarves, but I reckon in the back of my mind, when I'm describing him, one of the first things I say is the scarf.
Well, because you see, it's not many men are bold enough to wear scarves.
Right.
And so when you wear a scarf, you're saying, I'm confident enough, you can laugh at me.
And these scarves aren't ugly. These are some amazing scarves.
They're also loud collars.
They really are. But it's genius because people remember you. Like the producer shirt. People are going to remember it, and we're going to call it the elephant in the room, okay? Big black guy with a shirt that says producer. They want to know what I produce. In the back of their mind is working on, what does he produce? What is he producer of? What is he doing? You know what I mean? So yeah, with the branding thing, I got a t-shirt thing in my basement that any idea that I have, I'll go over there and just We Are Love or DETV. It's a branding, and then hop in front of the camera.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Man, thanks for coming hanging out, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Well, look, we got to wrap it up. For more questions on marketing, throw your questions below, and one of us, we'll probably see it. I ain't gonna say we probably see it. Someone will see it, and we'll get back to you. But make sure you check out Ajit George TEDx Salon, October 17th at the Queen. Got it all out. Woo. All right, we out. This is your main man. Make sure you follow us. Ajit George on Facebook.
Yes, Ajit Matthew George, because I don't want to be confused with any other Ajit Georges.
Okay, because it does sound like a singer.
Matthew, one T, George, and you'll find me with my stuff.
If you want to see Ajit in his scarf, go there. It is your main man, Big I, DETVCH.com. Make sure you check out Misty on the Street. You see how I did that? Just did that in there like that. Misty on the Street links right here, and I'll holler at you when I holler at you.